Hi, I'm Jeff Kornberg, and on this episode of The Dragon's Tomb, I'm going to be teaching you how to play Tiny Towns. Tiny Towns takes place in a quiet mountain countryside, where there are 6 peaceful towns hidden among the valleys. Players take on the roles of wealthy land developers who are working together to demolish those towns so they can instead fill the countryside with skyscrapers and shopping malls. To set up, take the 6 town boards and place them in the center of the table. These are homes, churches, farms, and schoolhouses. Take 10 of each building type and arrange them across the board's intersections. This is the bulldozer you'll be using to decimate the towns. Place it in the centermost spot. As land developers, you'll be deciding where the bulldozer moves by using these direction cubes. Teal will move it towards the top of the towns, red will move it to the right, brown will move it towards the bottom, and lead will move it to the left. Place 4 reference cubes around the board so you can easily remember what direction each color represents. Next, have everyone take 2 cubes of each color, and then take an additional 2 cubes in colors of their choosing. Finally, take 1 of each color card and place them off to the side. Now you're ready to start playing. The object of the game is to get as many capitalism points as possible by demolishing the towns and constructing more useful, profitable buildings. For each turn, without talking or strategizing as a team in any way, players will all discreetly take 1 of their direction cubes and hide it in their hand. Then, at the same time, everyone will reveal their cubes, determine which color is in the majority, and then move the bulldozer 1 space in that direction. In case of a tie between colors, move the bulldozer in the direction of the cube belonging to the tallest player. Afterwards, place all the cubes that were just used, including the losing colors, into a discard pile. If at any point you hit a building while moving the bulldozer, you demolish it and remove it from the board. Each destroyed building will be worth capitalism points at the end of the game. These are skyscrapers. Anytime the bulldozer crosses over a border into a new town, you may construct one in an empty spot 1 or 2 spaces away from you within the limits of that town. At the end of the game, each skyscraper will be worth 5 capitalism points. However, if you ever accidentally move into a skyscraper, you bulldoze it, so definitely be careful after you place it. Anytime at least 75% of players pick the same color cube, your development firm is rewarded with a landmine. Once you collect 4 landmines, you may use them to demolish any building up to 2 spaces away from you. Then, in its place, construct a shopping mall, worth 2 points at the end of the game. In addition, if the bulldozer ever moves to a shopping mall, its driver stops at the food court and gets energized. This allows you to move the bulldozer 3 extra spaces in directions of your choosing. Your team also has possession of this cheap labor hammer, which allows you to do extra work basically for free. Once per game, you may place its handle on the bulldozer and destroy any one building within its reach. Afterwards, immediately discard it. However, if you don't use the hammer by the end of the game, it is worth 3 extra capitalism points. After you've moved the bulldozer, discarded your cubes, and done all available actions, the turn is now over. Everyone picks a new direction cube and starts the process all over again for the next turn. After 10 turns, everyone will have run out of cubes, signifying that the round is over. In between rounds, you'll get to choose a bonus card to apply to the board. If you choose the home, church, farm, schoolhouse, or shopping mall card, you may build the appropriate building on an empty spot 2 spaces away from the bulldozer. Choosing the landmine card gives you 2 extra landmines, while the bulldozer card lets you move 2 free spaces. Each bonus card may only be used once per game, so immediately discard them after use. When you've finished your bonus card's action, have everyone take 10 new direction cubes and begin a new round. Once you've completed 4 rounds, the game is over and it's time to calculate your capitalism points. Count up how many of each building type you demolished. Whichever type you destroyed the most of is worth 1 point each. Second most is 2 points each, third most is 3 points each, and fourth most is worth 5 points each. In case of a tie between building amounts, both types get the lower point value. Next, get 5 points for every skyscraper, 2 points for every shopping mall, and 3 points if you haven't used your cheap labor hammer. Add everything together to arrive at your final score. Then, Figure out the town score by counting up how many of their buildings were left on the board. Their buildings earn them 10 points each. If your score is higher than the town score, congratulations, you are master land developers and win the game. However, if your score is lower than theirs, the townsfolk win, and your development company must unfortunately move back home to New Jersey. All in all, this game is a blast to play. In the real world, everyone is completely sick of quaint little mountain villages taking up so much prime real estate, so I love how Tiny Towns lets you live out the dream of replacing them with profitable business ventures. Also, if you're looking for even more dream fulfillment, the expansion Tiny Towns Fortune adds in even more lucrative gameplay elements, like the ability to pay off government officials and fill your skyscrapers with WeWork offices. Pretty cool.